Tonight at 11, we are taking a closer look at new photos which show how a man who admitted to stealing $22 million from the Jacksonville Jaguars spent that money. Amit Patel could spend at least 7 years in prison after pleading guilty to federal charges.
Yeah, he's due to be sentenced next week. News 4 Jax reporter Ariel Schiller spoke with an attorney and a psychologist not associated with the case. Ariel's live in studio tonight with the photos that the Justice Department is painting here of Amit Patel.
Exactly. The Justice Department's sentencing memorandum had multiple pictures attached to it, along with a list of items that Patel purchased. While Patel's attorneys claims he had a gambling addiction, federal prosecutors are saying he stole the $22 million to live a life of luxury.
Well, clearly the government is going to argue that this was a sophisticated crime. He didn't try to donate to charity. He really was selfish in his crime. And the sophistication part is really important because that can actually enhance the guideline score. And
the Justice Department is recommending Amit Patel spend 7 years in prison. The sentencing document details how the former Jacksonville Jaguars employee spent the $22 million he stole. Shannon Schott, an attorney not associated with the case, says the government is using the statement from Patel's attorney to make their case for a lengthy prison sentence.
They're really emphasizing everything he did when he was stealing this money and also how sophisticated the stealing was, and that he knew that this was wrong and he was actually taking steps to cover up for 3 years what he was doing.
That statement mentioned in the sentencing document was made by Patel's attorney back in December, saying in part that Mr. Patel did not use the Jaguars VCC to fund his lifestyle, but in a horribly misguided effort to pay back previous gambling losses that utilized the Jaguars VCC program, and that his client is deeply remorseful and apologizes for his conduct. Federal prosecutors claim that $5 million of the stolen money went to gambling websites. Outside of the gambling websites, they claim Patel used the Jaguars' money to live a life of luxury. Some of those purchases included $278,000 for hotels, rental properties, and travel, $200,000 for golf memorabilia, and $95,000 for a single wristwatch. Dr. Justin D'Orenzo is a clinical and forensic psychologist. While he hasn't treated Patel, he says the behavior detailed in court documents points to a wide range of psychological behavior.
On the far end, you have somebody that is facing some financial stressor, or they're in some jam, and then they need to escape it, and they have access to a lot of money, so they take a risk. And then on the far end, you have somebody that maybe is a sociopath that takes things without guilt.
It seems like they're maybe setting an example or making an example of Mr. Patel to make sure that no one tries to do this again with any other NFL team, or any other team for that matter outside of the NFL.
Certainly, they're going to make an example out of him, and even if he's a first-time offender, it doesn't matter because the amount and the sophistication and the length of time that this went on is so great that they're not going to hold back when it comes to their recommendations for sentencing.
Patel's sentencing will happen on March 12th. If you want a deeper look at how the Justice Department says Patel spent the money he stole, you can go to our website, news4jax.com. Reporting live in studio, Ariel Schiller, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Ariel. And if you or anyone you know needs help with a gambling addiction, the Florida Council on Compulsive Gambling has a 24-hour helpline. That number's on your screen right now. It's 1-888-236-4848.